So in this video, I will show the difference between short lighting and broad lighting, and I will talk a little bit about these two very popular light setups. It's very simple. It's just one light source, and well, you can also use a fill light if you want to, but I'm not using this in this setup because I think you don't need this. So broad lighting means the model is actually looking into one direction. So you have a larger side of the face and the light is on the same side of the face or on the same side of the camera. So the side with more face is also the side where the light comes from. And this setup is actually pretty cool because it allows all kinds of poses and it will work really well and it will give this dreamy look and the model can really move pretty freely in front of the camera. And it doesn't matter in which direction the body is facing. So even if body is facing away from the camera is working, the model can also look into the camera or in the direction of the camera. You can also make her look into the camera. That will also work in broad lighting, and it will give a very also a very painterly look. It's a very flattering light as the light comes from the direction of the camera. And short lighting, however, so if I look at this one, this is the broad lighting, and I've got the same thing as short lighting. This is when the light is on the other side. So this is short lighting. That means you get way more shadow, so the light is actually hitting the side of the face that is facing away from the camera. So it's a little bit more dramatic, but it gives you also the same freedom that you have with broad lighting. I personally think short lighting is a little bit more dramatic. You get more shadows and therefore you get more depth in the image. And you can also make the model look directly into the camera or away from the camera. Everything is possible as long as the face is not directed directly into the camera. You need a little bit of an angle in the head. So very simple setup. You can also quickly move from one side to the other. So this is two light setups that create a very different look, and if you use this in the studio, you can create a lot of awesome images, and you have just to move one light from one side to the other. It's very simple. There are not many rules. Just make sure that you don't use it too high or too low. Especially too low looks always a little bit awkward if the shadow points upwards. So make sure you have a good angle here. And also for short lighting, just make sure you got enough shadow in the face, and there you go. It's all good. If you want to, if you're feeling fancy, you could also add a strip light on the other side just to get a little bit of a shine here on the other side of the model. This will bring even a bit more separation from the background and it will create a little bit more of that studio look. It also looks pretty much a little bit painterly. So I think this is a really, really nice and easy light setup for your studio. So I hope this explains broad lighting and short lighting very well. And I hope you've learned something and get some inspiration out of these videos. If you want to, leave a subscribe on our channel and a like on this video. If you have any questions, just put them in the comments. I will happily answer these questions. And I will also put this into the set.a.light community, so you can find it there and download it and play around with the lights here. It's very interesting to see the effect, what happens if you move these lights or even change the light modifiers. So there is a lot of things you can explore, and I will add the ID for the community in the comments here. So yeah, have a nice day. Thank you for watching. This was Stefan for set.a.light.